to try to get into that area. But as of right now, we're held on the east side of the 110 freeway here in South Los Angeles, where this pursuit has continued for several minutes, a half hour, 45 minutes now or so, Marla. I've lost count.
Yeah, we've been on the air for about 45 minutes, and it was going another 10 minutes or so before that, before Sky Fox was up and over it. I was hearing reports that he did get back on the 110 and then back off the 110 as we see the line of the black and whites, the cruisers here. If we can. Okay, so we're hearing that he just took a ride on Figueroa. So if
there he goes. Okay, and Fig
okay.
And Fig is that major north-south, and that's on the west side of the 110 freeway. So now on the west side of the 110, and there we go. We got it. We got him again.
Okay, and as we do that, you see the double box now on your screen. This is what happened earlier when he clipped another vehicle when he was going across traffic on the 110, then driving the wrong way on the 110, and you're going to see this head-on collision here. This was about 20 minutes ago or so before he got back on the surface streets, and that's where we are now, back in the South LA area, where this driver seems to be very familiar with this neighborhood, as he's literally just gone in circles on South Broadway, Florence. Ooh, there was just another near miss here, another collision. Thankfully, that didn't happen. We've seen at least 3 attempts of the spike strip, Rick, on behalf of LAPD officers, but unfortunately to no avail. And at this point, we don't think there have been any injuries to pedestrians out there. Obviously, the poor driver of trying to get on the 110 that suffered that head-on collision, we hope that that driver is okay, but no word yet from officials officially.
And now back on Broadway, and that's one of the major north-souths here, and he's picking up speed. He does that on these on the majors, the north-south. There's a RA and LAFD RA right there at the corner, and you said it. Hopefully, thankfully, that trend continues, that no pedestrians or bicyclists were hurt. We do know that those 2 vehicles, and we just showed you that one impact, that's tough. That's a hard impact coming from a truck that size, the weight of that truck. And he is just ripping, picking up speed again down Broadway, a major north-south thoroughfare through South LA near the 110 freeway. And it's South LA where this pursuit has been for the majority of the time. Having started in Pomona, and being first CHP handle, the CHP, the California Highway Patrol, lit this vehicle up. They didn't yield. The pursuit was on. And then it made its way several miles west towards downtown LA, into South LA, on freeways likely, and then to this South LA neighborhood. And that's where it's been for the majority of our coverage. And you could see here that he is running, he's ripping down Broadway here and trying to evade police. And you can see there's still a lot of pedestrians out there and other vehicles. Opportunities for tragedy. And the LAPD is very aware of that, and they want to bring this to an end. We've clearly seen multiple times in which the LAPD officers have tried, at least attempted, to deploy a spike strip to disable the vehicle, to flatten those tires. It looks like he made his way under the 110 freeway. Now heading west, bound into that LAX airspace again through South LA. Let's see if he's going to make a right turn back. Nope, he's going to continue on. He had a chance to get on Figueroa. So this would be a westerly direction through that portion of South LA, and then perhaps towards Ladera Heights. Let's see if he stays on Vernon Avenue there with our Extreme Nav system. Look at that. It's so great. The overlay is perfect. Pinpoint accuracy. Hoover and Vernon here, traveling westbound on Vernon at a very high rate of speed.
Yeah, nearly 70 miles per hour here. And it coming up on yet another, it looks like, busy intersection. He's been able to weave his way in and out. Don't forget that there's more than one person inside this alleged stolen pickup out of Pomona, a passenger alongside for this very scary ride, very dangerous pursuit underway in South LA. We've been on it for almost an hour at this point, and it's just amazing to think about all the near misses that we've seen, the one head-on collision, the erratic driving on the 110, both directions, wrong ways, on the sidewalk, and even being able to elude the spike strips. LAPD officers out there, they're converging on this neighborhood and trying to get this suspect into custody.
Made a left or south on Normandy there. So heading now southbound on Normandy, but it looks like he's got something else in mind here. Oh, wow. Against traffic. And I don't know what he was trying to do there. Perhaps get into a a parking lot or perhaps make a left turn on one of those numbered side streets there. But he narrowly missed another vehicle. And again, I'm very surprised we have not seen more collisions, more instances, just because of the way he's driving, the erratic nature, the speed, the recklessness, just full on doing whatever he can to evade police and ignoring any and all traffic laws, the safety of anybody else, just trying to stay away, to get out of custody. And he's running into a little bit more traffic now. Through this neighborhood, you could clearly see. It looks like just two people in the back there. Wouldn't you say, Marley? We got the driver, obviously, the male suspect, and then another passenger on board, heading southbound on Normandy through South LA. This is just a couple of majors west of the 110 Harbor Freeway. He's got a red light. He's trying to thread the needle here. Let's see what happens, and let's see if there's an officer. He got the go-ahead there. It looks like made a left turn. Well, not the go-ahead, but he saw the opportunity. Now making a left turn, heading back eastbound now, which would take him back towards the 110 Harbor Freeway, and picking up speeds yet again. And I keep saying it every second that this pursuit continues, there's a greater opportunity for something bad to happen. And the Los Angeles Police Department, I know they're doing the best they can to bring this to a safe end. Making a left turn, so now heading back northbound on this side street in this residential area. Stolen pickup truck out of Pomona. Two people inside the cab there. The driver, the alleged stolen vehicle suspect, as well as a passenger. And it's unclear if that passenger is okay with being along with this or is being held. We don't know that. Wants to get out. Hasn't really had an opportunity to jump out. We'll find that out once this comes to an end, and we hope it does come to an end safely and soon so that nobody else gets hurt.
You're still seeing people coming out from their homes now that this has gone on for some time. They've certainly gotten word and seen the suspect pass through their neighborhoods well more than one time. West 51st Street now, making a right turn here. Again, picking up speed through these just very narrow surface streets. It's always frightening to watch as there's a delivery truck there and just weaves his way through there.
Tight. So tight.
Rick, what's the mentality for LAPD officers at this point, given what they've witnessed?
I mean, clearly they're seeing what we're seeing, and they know that this driver is completely reckless, dangerous, could be armed. They don't know, but they do know that the way that he is acting, it's a male driver and possibly, I couldn't tell, but possibly a female in the front cab with him, that he's not in a good frame of mind. He's dangerous. Okay, made one of those quick stops again and a turn. He may have seen something up ahead. So they have to expect, to answer your question, they have to expect the worst. They have to expect that this guy, the way that he's acting and running, he'll do whatever he can. And if he does have a weapon, then that creates even more danger, obviously, for the officers, for all the residents in this South Los Angeles neighborhood, where he keeps staying connected. 54th Street there, the numbered streets, once again, east-west, the majors like Hoover, north-south. And he's been in the South LA neighborhood the entire time that we've been covering this pursuit. And it started out in Pomona. A stolen vehicle suspect lit up by the California Highway Patrol. The pursuit was on. Failure to yield, running from police, reckless driving, at least 2 collisions on the 110 freeway, one of which was a head-on. The car still in pretty good shape. The pickup truck is at least. Spike strips attempted to be deployed, but it looks like he was able to evade those because his tires are still in good shape. And he continues on, and you can see in the upper right corner there the Boxer. That was the first hit there as he was ripping across lanes on the 110 Harbor Freeway southbound, and he was clipped by another vehicle, and that's when he spun out and went the wrong direction. We're talking about the upper right corner of your screen there, and that's when he stayed in that right shoulder area and was trying to get off the freeway on an on-ramp. That sedan there was getting on the 110 freeway southbound from the Manchester on-ramp when he collided with that pickup truck. Pickup truck was fine. You could see all the front-end damage of that sedan. We hope that the driver or any passengers okay. Slowing down a bit. What street? 60?
West 60.
I keep seeing the 60. Okay. And it seems like he gravitates to the neighborhood of the 60th range there. So, again, he may know something. He may be connected to that neighborhood, the 60 to the 69th Street area, now in 59th Place. rolling through the South LA neighborhood, and again, now we're pretty tight. I'm sure there's LAP. Oh, underneath the 110 freeway again. I thought he was coming up on an intersection there for a second. So 59th place, not an opportunity. There is not an on or off ramp on either direction of 59th Street to get on the 110 freeway. Now back across Broadway. So now he's back on the east side of the 110 freeway. Broadway is on the east side of the 110, paralleling it north-south. A lot of you take it as an alternate to the busy 110 freeway when it was pre-COVID times. Figueroa on the west side runs north-south, which you could take from the harbor area all the way up into South LA. There's a pedestrian running across, and this guy, he's just...
So many factors that we don't know, all of the unknowns that make this so dangerous. This driver is getting more agitated, picking up speed as I speak, nearing 70 miles per hour as we get a really tight shot coming up onto an intersection. Another near miss there.
Wow.
Those unknown factors.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for watching News Now. Pilar Arias here with you. Don't know exactly what happened with our sister station, Fox 11 LA, but we did lose their audio. They might be preparing for their upcoming newscast. It is 11:30 both here in Phoenix, Arizona and in Los Angeles, California. So perhaps the anchors that were narrating have to go prepare for the newscast. I'm not quite sure exactly what happened. I made sure that I refreshed the Facebook Live that we were watching just to check exactly what the audio situation was. But again, I'm here with you, watching as best I can. And if you happen to miss that double crash out, well, all you have to do is go on over to our main YouTube page, youtube.com/Fox10Phoenix, and you will be able to watch that double crash out time and time again. You can share. Hello to all of you News Nowers worldwide who are saying hello to me on the YouTube chat. We almost have, we just have over 18,000 watching right now. I would really, really, really like it if we could get 20,000. So please like, share, subscribe. Let your friends, your family, your coworkers, your neighbors, everybody you know about us right here. Happy Friday, everyone. I wanted to give you something non-coronavirus related to watch, and we here at News Now know how much you News Nowers, that's what I like to call you viewers, really appreciate these police chase coverages, and we get a lot of them from the Los Angeles area thanks to our sister station, Fox 11 Los Angeles. So I'm virtually waving to all of you. I can't show up on camera right now, but I normally do wave to you each and every day when I come on the stream just to say hello, and I'm always so happy to see you all. And yes, I do talk with you guys on the YouTube chat as well. So please like, share, subscribe, let your friends, your family, your coworkers, your neighbors, everybody you know about us, because guess what? A lot of people are working from home. A lot of people are staying at home. And what else are you going to do, right, besides watch? So let's hit that 20,000 mark, please. I would really, really appreciate it. So it turns out that our sister station, Fox 11 Los Angeles, they have launched their noon newscast early, which is why we lost those anchors there for a few moments. But I believe they're back. So I'm going to say goodbye for now. We'll listen in to them, and I will see you on the News Now stream a little bit later, whether it's here for this marathon police chase or it's on our stream that's on coronavirusnow.com and on YouTube. But again, Pilar Arias signing off for right now. Have a great Friday, everybody, and a happy Memorial Day weekend, the holiday weekend for a lot of people. Let me know on the YouTube chat if you're going anywhere. And remember, ooh, we just had a crash out, the third one. I want to listen into our sister station. All right, so they're still not putting out any audio there, our sister station. I thought they were, but they're not. But this could be the end of this chase. Viewer discretion is advised. You can tell that this driver is trying to get away, but it looks like whoever's in this white truck is like, not going to happen, buddy. I know that police want you, but maybe they are getting out of the way. Not quite sure exactly what's going on here, but the driver appears to have gotten away yet again. Severely damaged vehicle, though, at this point. You see that rear driver's side tire, pretty much gone. And yeah, he's still trying to get away. Believe it or not, still trying to get away. I'm still here with you all, but I do want to let you know I'm reaching out to our sister station, Fox 11 Los Angeles, to find out if we can get their audio back, because of course with me being in Phoenix, Arizona, not too familiar with these streets in Los Angeles, I'd rather hear their narration. So thanks for your patience and understanding while I try to work this out for us.
Tire just came off. Tire came off. He's on the rims. Oh, he locked it up. He locked it up. It's going to bail. She's waving at somebody. Rim. What? Okay, she's got her door open. Coming to a dead end, guys. It's coming to a dead end, and that can be prophetic, I guess. Okay, so it's... Okay, he's there we go. He's behind the freeway. Whoa, the rim just came off. He's rolling. Oh, he's rolling on the he's rolling on the brake drum. They got the whole thing stripped. Oh, no, he went around it. Why didn't they pit him right there? Ah! They could have pitted him right there, would have spun him right out into the curb. Yeah, the axle will lock up. The left rear axle will lock up because all it's doing is generating heat right now. Whoa, somebody just threw something at him. Where is he? He's so far down the... Okay. Okay. We'll hope. That axle's going to lock up pretty soon. It's just running on the brake drum. What? She waving out the window. No, that's a mirror and an arm. Century, it's on Century. Century, why doesn't anybody see it? Century East. Is this not going out? The map, okay, he's going northbound. On Main, he's on Main. My arm is asleep. That's 87th, yeah. It's the grease. It's the grease burning in the axle. Yeah, I can't. Go ahead, Greg. Just talk. Yeah, we got about an hour. Am I right, Angela? Yeah. Yeah. But Hawthorne Airport's right here, so it's not that far. His axle should be locking up totally here pretty soon. Oh, doors open, doors open, doors open. Pulling into a house. Well, they could block him in from the other side. It's not damaged. That somebody came out and threw something at him.
Situation, officers likely behind. We'll widen out a little bit and see. Yep, there they are. Officers, guns drawn, and they're running. This guy, here goes the driver. He's running, hat on, red shirt or red jacket, and LAPD in foot pursuit, and they're going to bring this guy down. He's down, in custody. All right, let's go back to see the female now. Yep. That was an odd ending. Again, they all end in such different ways. There's the female being taken into custody. A couple of pooches out there seeing what's going on. And there you go, 73rd Street in LA, where this pursuit has been making 1 square mile. Yes, one of my favorite bands that looping around that South LA neighborhood and definitely staying in that area. But these two suspects, the male there, in the hat and that red jacket, being taken into custody. A lot of officers trying to cuff him, and that was dangerous. Again, Marla, the only thing that we could keep saying in this situation is that we're hoping, from what we saw, that no pedestrians were hit, no bicyclists. We know that there were at least 2 vehicles that were impacted on the 110 freeway, and the most jarring impact was the one that we saw on the Manchester on-ramp to the 110 freeway. He was driving in the opposite direction when he struck that vehicle. And here comes all the people out to check out Los Angeles. Yep.
Let's go upstairs. Let's bring in Vinnie Mac in Skyfox currently, where Rick usually sits. Vinnie Mac, you've been up there in Skyfox this entire time. What are you seeing, and have you seen anything like this in your career?
Well, I have, but not quite as violent as this one, and not skillfully driven as this one. Even though the guy was very reckless, the fact that we didn't have a tremendous number of collisions, just minor collisions, is a tribute to his driving ability. But boy, oh boy. Yes, this is one of the more exciting pursuits I've been on in a long time. But hopefully everybody's in custody, and that individual over there on the freeway has not been injured in that head-on that we had over there. The big concern right now is there's a large number of people that have gathered here on Main, and some of them are wandering down the street. In the past, I've had pursuits in this area where the police move in rather rapidly and try to disperse the crowd because we don't know what the attitude is and what the condition of their mental condition is relative to the individual that they were cheering along. So we'll see what the police do here. It looks like they're setting up a police line so that these folks won't get back in here.
Right. So now this begins a whole nother, the next phase of this investigation, Rick. So they get these two into custody, and what happens now?
They're going to be taken off to jail. They're going to be written up. But one thing I will say, and that we've covered this in these COVID times, I've seen a lot of posts from law enforcement. We've covered stories on Fox 11 that there are individuals who have been pursued and taken into custody, and because of the COVID times and because of the safety of these individuals, they're released hours later. Hoping that's not the situation here, and we've seen it, but that's a consideration. So you ask what's going to happen? That's a possibility. Hopefully not. Hopefully they'll keep both of these people in jail. We'll have to find out the story. There's in the upper right. That was the scene right there where that white pickup truck was trying to block the suspect there and pedal to the metal for that suspect in the silver pickup truck, trying to just push and nudge that white pickup truck out of the way so that he could get out of there. And he eventually did, but he lost his tire. And I'll tell you what, that definitely is a situation where he could have ended in a really bad way. But fortunately that tire was damaged enough that it brought that vehicle disabled enough that we're at this point now. The
Sure.
two individuals are in custody, a male and a female. We'll find out more in time. Obviously, we have a ground crew en route, and we're going to do a follow-up on this, and doing a follow-up to make sure that these two suspects stay in jail as well. Because again, we've seen a number of situations. I've seen law enforcement posts that officers have had to release certain suspects, and finding out that just hours later that individual commits another crime.
And the earlier shot that we just showed, that was really the beginning of the end here. And, that brought this ultimately to an end. And look at these crowds. Obviously this is an era of physical distancing. We don't see a lot of that here. That's a whole nother element to this story. There are so many people, all the camera crews out there, in fact, and as you said, we do have a ground crew down there to pick up the end of this pursuit that we're going to continue to follow. And as we approach the top of the noon hour, we will bring all the highlights to you. If you are just joining us, this is the end of a pursuit in South LA. Now the yellow tape has gone up. The perimeter has been staged here at East 78th Street. The officers trying to maintain a little bit of crowd control, and then just a few yards down here, you're going to see the Chevy pickup that was involved in this pursuit with 3 tires left, out of Pomona, said to be a stolen Chevy pickup with 2 people inside, a male driver and a female passenger, now currently in custody. And now the investigation, as you see through here, the jacaranda here, it is that time of year, the investigation begins. What started this off?
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and we'll get more information. Obviously, having this incident started in Pomona, a CHP handle, an alleged stolen vehicle suspect, and again, the drivers, they run because they feel that there's a chance to get away, and by doing so, they put so many people at risk on the freeways, on the surface streets, and we saw that. And we do know that at least 2 people were impacted in their vehicles on the 110 freeway near Manchester, and we hope for the best for both of them. But fortunately, we did not see anybody on the surface streets, pedestrians, bicyclists get hurt. But this is going to be a story we'll follow up on, and we're thankful that it finally came to an end, that these 2 individuals are in custody.
Yes, and I do want to remind our viewers who are sticking with us that you are watching an early edition of the Fox 11 News on this Friday, May the 22nd. We have queued up some of those tense moments from earlier that in the right-hand corner of your screen, earlier moments there of this pursuit. That was right when a pedestrian came out and looked like maybe dropped somebody in the back of the cab or threw something. We know that there was damage to the windshield at one point. That was from somebody throwing something at this pursuit vehicle. The end of the scene here is in South LA, where this driver circled for the better part of an hour. In fact, it's amazing that this went on as long as it did, Rick.
It really is, and amazing that we did not see more damage or more injuries just because of the nature of this pursuit up on sidewalks. And busier than it's been, not as busy as it would have been on a typical Friday pre-COVID times heading into the Memorial Day weekend. But nonetheless, we're fortunate that from what we're hearing, that did not occur on the surface streets, and these two individuals are in custody.
Yeah, they're in custody. And if you, on this wide shot here, Vinnie Mac, give us a sense of the scene. This is quite the scene from the crowd that is gathered, and then also the line of the black and whites, the cruisers there.
Well, that's right. When this suspected vehicle came down the street, these officers were here at the corner, and they had a spike strip out. So they were his exit path was blocked before he ever got to this intersection. This situation, though, they've got to get these individuals, the suspects, out of here just for their own safety and the safety of the police officers involved here. When large crowds like this gather, you never know what the attitude might be and what can transpire if something goes awry here. So, but unfortunately, the individuals are in one of these police vehicles back here, and as you can see, yeah, there's a lot of vehicles parked behind them, so they can't get out right now. So the police are making a concerted effort to get these individuals out of here.
All right, Vinnie Mac, thank you so much. We're going to keep with your shot here. And Rick, we're going to thank you so much for, I know you're technically not on the clock just yet, but we appreciate your expertise when it comes to covering these pursuits. Thank you so much. Hope you can enjoy the rest of your afternoon before you